So start. So should I start or there is
Yes,
nobody
yes,
yet?
yes, yes.
But nobody has joined, no?
They'll join, they'll join. You can start.
So, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all the Vaishnavas. Start with the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. The topic that was given is the Prelude to Srimad Bhagavatam and relationship between absolute truth versus relative truth. So here, before we start Srimad Bhagavatam, I say the invocation prayers. I'm not singing Jai Radha Madhav, just starting with the Mangalacharan and Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarvitam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Narada Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Shutadevi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpataru Chakrita Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanitya Vaishnavibhyo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Udiraya Ashtaprayastu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimata Jayapata Kasmaviti Namine Namacharya Patanikai Kripa Pradaya Nigurpatha Dhamodaya Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pasyate Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I think I was told to the prelude and whatever the absolute and the relative, that the relative and absolute truth, both from the text from 1, 2, 3. I hope that's right. Okay. So we understand here from this text. Let me go with the text first. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadiyasyatanvayat Itaratascharateshu Abhignaswarat Tene Brahmaridayadikavaya Muhyanti Yatsuraya Tejo Varimridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisarga Mrisha Dhamna Sevna Sada Niratsa Puhukam Satyam Param Dhimahi. So I'll just read the translation. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, all-pervading personality of Godhead, offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusory representation of water seen in fire or land seen on water, only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from illusory representation of material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. So here, the introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam, we find that what is Srimad Bhagavatam is spotless Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam, because it contains the transcendental narration of the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. And this, everything that exists emanates from Lord.
Rama,
How
একটু ল্যাপটপটা একটু সাইডে করো, একেবারে মুখ দেখাই যাচ্ছে না।
that is
হ্যাঁ,
explained in the chapter of this work. This work is described by Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the spotless Purana. Why? Because it contains the transcendental narration of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. So we understand that Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Lord Sri Krishna, and that is Srila Vyasadeva, the Narayan, who has compiled this Srimad Bhagavatam. He had Srila Vyasadeva, he had compiled the four Vedas, the Vedanta Sutra, the Brahma Sutra, which is called also the Puranas, Mahabharata, and so on. But never, he was not satisfied. And then his Gurudev, Narad Muni, Naradji advised him. He was his spiritual master, and he advised him to write about the transcendental activities of Lord Sri Krishna. Because Naradji said, you have written the Vedas, how to follow the Vedas, how to go with your Karma Khanda, Jnana Khanda, everything is there in Vedas. The knowledge is there, but it did not give a direct answer to the enquiries of Krishna is the origin of all creation, And actually, Srimad Bhagavatam is the all the glorious leelas of Sri Krishna is described. So Naradji said, "You have not glorified Sri Krishna's his pastimes and also about his devotees." So Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic literatures. So we see in the third shloka, Nigama kalpatarur galitam phalam sukhamukhad amrita dvara samyukta pibata bhagavata rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhuvata bhuvaka. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the mature fruit of desire tree of Vedic literatures. So we have this Vedanta Sutra. So it is a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. So Vedanta Sutra, it was not described, properly. The summary, the commentaries were not given originally. Sutra, Vedanta Sutra, they are the codes, the code of understanding this Vedic knowledge. It's written in codes. Like Srila Prabhupada says that, like ISKCON, I stands for international, S stands for society. Like that, Krishna conscious, K stands for Krishna, and CON stands for consciousness. So the transcendental activities in the Vedanta Sutra, all the Vedic knowledge and the sum total of everything is the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the mature fruit. Like it's a ripened fruit of Vedic literatures. All the Vedic literatures, we understand the cream of all Vedic knowledge. And Srimad Bhagavatam gives us all this Vedic knowledge, like the Supreme Person. It starts with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth. So the shloka I read, the first one, that is, what is the Absolute Truth? So first we are in Srimad Bhagavatam. We have to know what is Srimad Bhagavatam first. So when Krishna departed from this world and he has given us Srimad Bhagavatam, it has arisen just like the sun arises and dissipates the darkness. Because in Kali Yuga, the people are so clouded with the illusory energy of the Lord. They don't know what is the truth, what is real, what is untrue. They have no knowledge because they are they are conditioned. And here Srimad Bhagavatam is the narration of also the Swarup of the Lord, manifested by his internal potency. And this potency is distinguished from external potency, which has manifested the cosmic world, which is within our experience. So Srila Vyasadeva makes a clear distinction between the two shlokas. We will read the other shlokas, the second one. And Sri Vyasadeva says that manifested internal potency is real. No doubt Krishna is he's the source of this material and spiritual world. Both material existence and spiritual existence, both are within within him. Everything is emanating from him. He is the source of everything. So Vyasadeva makes here that the externally manifested energy in form of material existence is only temporary and illusory, just like the mirage in the desert. In the in the desert there is no actual water, but there is appearance of water. When the hot sand, you see the sun on the hot sand, and the glare of the sun makes the sand looks like it is a water, but the real water is somewhere else though. So the cosmic manifested creation appears as reality, but reality of which this is a shadow of the spiritual world. So absolute truth is in spiritual sky, not the material sky. In material sky, everything is relative truth. And what is relative means one truth depends on the other. It is related. But Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the absolute truth. He is independent. He is Swarat. He is there is no source of his creation. He is beyond any material creation. His gunas are not the material senses. His form is not material. He is Sachitananda. And even the material world or universes are in him, within him. And when he wants to create this material world, he orders this Bhairanga Shakti, his Bhairanga Shakti, that is his which is working under his direction. So that is and the bewilderment mind of the conditioned soul who appears in so many species of life, including the higher demigods like Brahma, Indra, Chandra, and so on. They are not created by Brahma. The original creator of even Brahma is the absolute truth, that is Sri Krishna. There is reality, however, because true reality which exists in the spiritual world, where Supreme Personality of Godhead eternally exists with his transcendental paraphernalia. So Vedic literature says the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, is the chief among all the living personality. And Brahma down to the smallest ant, they are all living beings. And above Brahma there are even other living beings with individual capacity. And the personality of Godhead is also a similar living being. And he is an individual as the other living beings, but Supreme Lord or Supreme Living Being, he has the greatest intelligence and he has inconceivable energy of all different varieties. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the most confidential part of this great literature. Unless one is thoroughly accomplished in transcendental knowledge, one is sure to misunderstand Lord's transcendental pastimes. So Srimad Bhagavatam is confidential part of this great literature of all the Vedic literatures, and it is the essence of all the Vedic literature and Vedic knowledge. So the rasa dance that is there in this Srimad Bhagavatam, we cannot understand the pastimes of the leelas of Sri Krishna with the gopis, his love affairs with the gopis. We cannot understand immediately. So Srimad Bhagavatam advises us, we have to, Shukdev Goswami got this Srimad Bhagavatam, heard it from Vyasadev. So in a disciplic succession, we have to, from the authorized source, we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Because the self-realized souls, the Paramahamsas, they are Nirmitsara, they are 100% pure-hearted. They have no fruitive desires. They are not in karma kanda, wanting something, doing some pious deed, or they are not even jnana kandas. Jnanis, like they want to just, transcendentalists who want to merge with the supreme Brahman. They are not even believer of Upasana Khanda, they are bhaktas. So Paramahamsa stage is in the renounced order of life. There are 4 stages. Kuti Chaka, then there is another one. That is, Kuti Chakas are the one who are living in cottage and then they get some food supplied by somebody who brings them the food. They don't live in the family life. And then the, forgetting that Parad, Chakar, they are like, they go beg door to door to make their living, that kind of sannyasis. And there is the Parivarjakacharya sannyasis. They go around traveling, they preach the glories of the Lord, like Srimad Bhagavatam, Gita, Bhagavad Gita. So, and these Paramahamsas they are in one place trying to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who are, Parahamsas. They reject what is, in the name of religion, whatever is there, they reject all that. And they know the essence of, they have tasted the nectar of the transcendental knowledge. And they know what is the difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and what is this material. These differences they have come to understand thoroughly, and now they are the Paramahamsa stage, where they don't have any desire other than they are living as Paramahamsas. Like Srimad Bhagavatam is also, we can hear from the authorized Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the person Bhagavat is also as good as narrating the Srimad Bhagavatam, because we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from a bona fide source and not from unscrupulous person who dive into the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So the Vedic literature, it is here now. Srila Vyasadeva, he is paying his obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Vasudev, directly indicating Lord Sri Krishna, who is the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. This fact will be more explicitly explained. Vyasadeva ascertains that Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all others are his direct or indirect plenary portion or portions of the portion. So everything is emanating, he is all attractive. So even Arjun has and Narad Muni, they have all declared and confirmed that he is the supreme, he is the Param Brahman. There is no other source other than him. And even in the Padma Purana, there is innumerable names of the Lord. The name of Krishna is the principal one. And Vasudeva is the plenary portion of personality of Godhead. So Sri Krishna is always meditated upon by Paramahamsas, who are perfected ones in renounced order of life. So Brahma, this material world is known as the absolute truth, as we have discussed little bit. The absolute truth is the Supreme Personality who is independent. He has no source, no origin. He is the origin of everything. And relative is that in the material world, whatever we are seeing, the relative truth is, it's not it's coming from the absolute truth, because absolute truth refers to a relative reality which does not change. It's unchangeable. Like Krishna can expand in a different plenary portion, kala, it doesn't matter to him. Thousands of expansions can be there, but he's still his position does not change. He is one. Like from 1 minus 1,000 expansions, it equals to still 1. So absolute truth means all other truths are relative to it or dependent on it. When we talk of God or Krishna, we are talking about the absolute truth. He is the ultimate cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karanam. It's called Satyam Param. So Satyam Param Dhimahi, in the first words it's stating that. And the Supreme Personality, the Absolute Truth appears impersonal in the beginning, but when we have a more advanced knowledge about it, then we have this 3 aspects of realization of the Absolute Truth. So first is the Brahman, and then the Paramatma, and the Bhagavan. So the highest realization is to see the Supreme Truth as Supreme Person, who is complete in the Sadaisharja, 6 opulences. Somebody says, I am God, we have to first consider he is claiming himself to be a god. Does he have everything in Purna, complete? Does he have complete wealth? Does he have complete power, fame, beauty, knowledge, renunciation? The Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other Vedic literatures identify the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna. And now we go to the relative truth. So Vyasadeva is first paying obeisances to the absolute supreme truth, not to relative truth. Everyone has to offer obeisances. We have to offer obeisances to someone, We have to give pranam to somebody. So in our practical life also we give pranam to a police constable. So, but here Vyasadeva is offering his obeisances to the absolute truth, that is Sri Krishna. And here explained that relative truth means that tejo vari mridam yatha vinimaya yatra trisargam amrisha. We are offering to temporary manifestation of tejo vari mridam vinimaya. Teja means fire, vari means water, and mrit means earth. So you take earth, mix with water, put it into fire, then grind it, so it becomes mortar and the brick. And you prepare a very big skyscraper building and offer obeisances there. Srila Prabhupada says in one of his lectures, such big houses, Trisarga Mishra, big houses, mines. But there is another place, Dhamne Svena Niratsa Kuhukam. We are offering here obeisances to brick, stone, iron, just like in your countries, in Western country. Srila Prabhupada is saying there are so many statues. But when we install deity, actually the eternal form of Krishna, nobody offers obeisances. They will go to offer obeisances to the British Museum, this and that. So this absolute truth is Satyam Param Dhimahi. There is no truth beyond that. And the relative truth means that is depending on the absolute truth. All these expansions, all the living beings coming in this material world, they are coming from the absolute truth. So we can they are not the cause of their existence. They are coming from Krishna. Like a father, there is father and there is son. So somebody is called, he is a son. So if he is son, has to be a father. So that is relative. It means he is coming from the father. So we are also coming from the Father Sri Krishna. And Bhagavatam begins with the Gayatri mantra. In Matsya Purana, it is said with reference to the Gayatri Mantra in Bhagavatam, that there are many narrations of spiritual instructions beginning with Gayatri Mantra. Anyone who makes a gift of this great work on full moon by returning to Godhead. Bhagavatam in other Puranas also, where it is clearly stated, was finished in 12 cantos. There are 18,000 shlokas. And Srimad Bhagavatam was also discussed in a conversation between Gautam and Maharaj Ambarish, and he was advised therein to read regularly Srimad Bhagavatam if he desired liberation from material bondage. So the actual liberation here, Srimad Bhagavatam came in parampara. Vyasadeva heard it, and Vyasadeva was instructed by Narad Muni, and then Narad Muni gave it to Brahma, and then from Brahma to Narad Muni, from Narad Muni to Shukdev Goswami, and Sukdev Goswami again narrated it, and Shuta Goswami heard it, and he again repeated the Srimad Bhagavatam to these Naimisharanya sages. So Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by here Shukamukha. He heard it from Vyasadeva, and he's telling this Srimad Bhagavatam when Parikshit Maharaj went to the Ganges and wanted to know what should one do when he's going to leave his body, because he was cursed to be bitten by a snake, and so he will die in 7 days. And so Shukdev Goswami narrated this Srimad Bhagavatam. 7 days Parikshit Maharaj heard Srimad Bhagavatam with rapt attention. So the qualification we need is the utmost patience, and we have to submissively hear Srimad Bhagavatam from a bona fide source who are in the disciplic succession. And the second shloka of this Srimad Bhagavatam is Dharma Prayojita Kaitava Atra Paramo Nirmatsaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Atra Vastu Shivadam Tapotrayon Mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krita Kimva Prayer Ishvara Sadhyoridi Avarudhet Atrat Kriti Bhib Shushrushu Bhistat Kshanat. So Srimad Bhagavatam, completely rejecting all religious activities which has materially motivated, this Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. So Srimad Bhagavatam is rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. So Savai Pung Saparo Dharma, we have seen that Ahituki Apratihata, unmotivated, unmotivated. This Bhagavad Purana provides the highest truth, and this is relished by and understand by only pure devotees who are fully pure in heart, nirmatsara. So such we are in this material world, we are suffering, we wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna, and then we are conditioned because we are believing in the illusory um, aspect of the highest truth, and these threefold miseries, adi devik, adi adhyatmik, and adi bhautik, these are the threefold miseries when one faces when he comes in this material world. And this beautiful Bhagavatam, which is compiled by Sri Vyasadeva, this is sufficient to know why we are suffering. Because we have not asked that question, Athato Brahma Jigyasa, we don't know. Who is God? What is our relationship with God? What is, we have not established that relationship. And our relationship with God is to establish ourselves in our Swarup. That is Jivera Swarupa Hai Krishnera Nityadas. So religion, dharma, actually dharma in Vedas, the dharma, the four activities are prescribed in the regulative way so that there will not be any undue competition for sense gratification. But people, these four primary subjects, that is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, they don't follow the guidelines and they are into sense enjoyment. They do some pious activities, some religious, so-called religious activities to earn some economic artha, that is some economic development they get. They make lot of money, and then with the money what they do? Satisfy the senses. And then they think that is moksha, and finally liberation from material bondage. So some kind of religion we have to follow, otherwise eating, sleeping, fearing and mating, that is also available in the animal life and human life. It's the same. These four principles are there. But the religion is the extra function of human being. And that religion we have to follow in the human society, which aims at self-realization to man's eternal relationship with God. So the Bhakti Yoga system, that is mainly we connect with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that is our Swarup. Our original nature is like the water's nature is what? Liquid. So our nature is to be with Krishna, to love him, to serve him. So we can serve him in this different rasas. in the different rasas we can serve him. So the rasas are like described in the third text. The third text of this Srimad Bhagavatam's first
Mataji,
chapter.
can you please move your face a little bit towards the screen? You're getting out of the screen, please.
So we can interact with Krishna in the loving way by serving him in the different rasas, like this. We can have Dasya ras, Sakhya ras, the Santa ras is there, the Vatsalya ras is there, the Madhurya ras is there. These rasas are there, but these rasas are called affection or love. They are manifested in adoration and service, friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love. The gopis are in the conjugal love of the Lord, Madhurya Ras, the topmost. Srimati Radharani is the Rasas Shiromani. She is, but these rasas can be exchanged when one is situated in their constitutional position. And Krishna is the fountainhead of all the rasas. So these rasas in the material world, when these five rasas are when there is a disturbance, then the rasas are they turn into wonder, anger, shock. It's written here like Rudra, Adbhuta, that is anger, wonder, Shringar, conjugal love, then comedy. So these are the rasas when it is disturbed. And in the material world, we see this kind of rasas is experienced in the perverted form, which is temporary. The material world are rasas exhibited in the material form of anger and so on, like it is stated. So the actual in the spiritual, the rasas, which is enjoyed by Yashoda, the gopis, the different, bhav that is there in the rasas, the prema, they enjoy the nectar, the mellows of rasas are. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the mature fruit of desire tree, as we have already, and it has been tasted by Shukha, Shukdev Goswami. So when a parrot, he cuts the fruit, the ripened fruit with its beak, the flavor of the sweetness of the fruit is enhanced. So similarly, Shukdev Goswami, who is compared to the parrot, his ability to recite Bhagavatam as he heard exactly from his learned father. So when we are like, suppose there is a ripened fruit hanging, mango or whatever it is hanging on the tree, lot of mango. So somebody climbs the tree and very expertly he is giving it to the person who is in the other branches below, and that's how the mango is carried from up to the lower levels, and finally it reaches the person. So this is how in a disciplic chain, Srila Shukdev Goswami was the student of Surya student of this message of Bhagavatam. And I think that's all for today. I guess whatever little I could, there is lot of things I didn't get much time to summarize and say, but whatever I could, I tried my best. I hope, if somebody has any comments or wants to ask some question, we can take one question or comment, because the time is just, I think, another 5 minutes more. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any comment or question here? Seems like everybody is,
No,
yeah. Okay, then we will end the,
I have a question if anybody doesn't have.
okay.
Is it possible for you to give the questions that the rishis asked in the beginning of the
Yeah, this,
assembly through
right, the
Shaunak
first,
Rishi?
yeah,
Through Shaunak
so,
Rishi, what were the questions that the rishis asked?
yeah, there, yes, the title of this first chapter is Questions by the Sages. The first question they asked is, which is in the text 9, what is the ultimate good for all people? What is means Jana Kalyan? Means what? Because the sages had gathered there, they are doing the fire sacrifices, and they want to know what is, because there is a, they chant the mantra, and they want to know for this, what could be good in this Kali Yuga, in this Iron Age, what will be good for the people in general, and what is the essence of real scriptures by which the actual self becomes satisfied. So, what is the essence of real scriptures? So, that question was asked, that is in text 11. And then the third question, why did Lord take birth from Devaki? That is in the 12th text of this first chapter. Then what acts does he perform? Means his activities. That is in the 17th text. And who are his avatars? That is also, that was the question by the sages of Naimisharanya, who were headed by Shaunak Rishi. And where has dharma gone now that Krishna has left the earth? And that is the question is in the text 23. So that will slowly be, that answers will be given as we progress in this our Srimad Bhagavatam class. So the good for people in general, we see that in the second chapter it is written that the devotional service to Krishna is the essence of scriptural knowledge. And Sutta Goswami, he ultimately explains the ultimate benefit for people is to become free from material entanglement and develop love of God through devotional service. Through service to Krishna in, uh, or his incarnations. That is in the second chapter. So I guess today we should, I don't want to give all the answers here, but slowly we will gradually go to that.
Thank you.
Nobody has questions. Looks like they have read Srimad Bhagavatam. It is actually, they are hearing from a bona fide source in Kalyani, and we have got many nowadays on YouTube, many classes on Srimad Bhagavatam from Srila Prabhupada's classes, then also the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and many senior devotees in ISKCON. If we want to understand, we can hear, because Srimad Bhagavatam emphasizes on hearing from the right source. So Shravan is the first. So I think time is over. We were told to give class for an hour. So we can all leave on our own, I guess. There are Nita, then Sandeep Prasad, then we have Sanjana Prasad. There are people there, but I guess they are just hearing. So we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhisya cha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.